What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to today's live. You're locked in with the Coach Smook Network, and I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share the stream out, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss any of the action. Now listen, if you really rock with what we're building here, I invite you to take the opportunity to support the channel by becoming a member of the AAA family. Our mantra is authenticity above all. Everything we do, our content and our community, is built on creating and enjoying quality, authentic conversations, real insight, and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly assists in the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar you contribute is not only appreciated, it's paid forward. We proudly make monthly contributions to various community health and awareness organizations because impact matters. If you want to get even more involved with the community, be sure to join our Discord. You can type the command right now in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. And for those who want to support the network directly, you can donate through multiple options: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. Thank you all for the love and the support and the energy you bring every single time. Now buckle up because it's time to get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get it.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you're a fair weather fan. They tried to box me in and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there. Look at Deontay.
Hey, I'm walking out of Walmart. Hey, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.
Let's go, Triple A family. Good morning. Welcome to another magnificent Monday here on the Coach Smook Network. I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality here. Chatting with Coach Smook this morning, man. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all, I'm hands-free today. I feel it. I feel so good. God has been so good. Let me tell y'all a quick testimony before we start our roll call or anything. Guys, I went to church yesterday and I played for my uncle's church. And I got to sit in the presence of a 90-year-old living human being that was so aware of her surroundings. She was engaging. She was singing. But the respect and the honor that was given to her yesterday in that service amongst, just being in a good house, man. It was good to be in that service. But honor your elders, man. I'm telling you, it's something about sitting amongst the presence of elders that really have lived life, right, and have seen some things. And when they can speak life into you and speak positivity in you, that's a good feeling, man. I really carried those words with me, and I promise you all, It's gonna. I'm gonna see the fruit of that seed, man. That seed that was sowed in my life yesterday, with just her words, man, and just her compassion. Running into people that that watched the show in service. It was crazy, man. I can't remember the brother's name, but he came up to me right after service. I can't remember his name. It was one of the deacons. I can't remember his name, because then the older gentleman came in, one of the older deacons. He came, he was like, yeah, man, I knew I seen you somewhere. I be watching your channel on YouTube. I said, man, drop some comments, man. Y'all be in there. I be running to all y'all out and about in the town and stuff, and y'all don't be dropping no comments. Drop some comments, and when we do roll call, I want to make sure I recognize you, man, because I'm so humbled that people actually look at me, and they look at me as a voice to be heard when it comes to talking Bama football. So I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. I truly appreciate everyone's support. AAA family, y'all step up, man. Y'all see that thing look good, don't it, man? AAA family, I appreciate y'all for y'all love and y'all support, man. Give it up for yourselves in the chat. And before we get into the show, man, y'all already know, as we come on, make sure if you're watching it post live, fast forward 15 to the 15-minute mark. That's where you'll see the first conversation. Speaking of today's topic of conversations, y'all, I think I got a good lineup for us today. I know everybody's talking about the portal and all that stuff, but we kind of jump around. We jump around because we want to talk about everything. So today we will be honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., man. I don't get into all the politics and all that stuff. Y'all know I'm authentic. I'm very huge on honoring legacy when it comes to the African American culture, all of the fight and the things that we've had to persevere as a culture, as a nation, when it came to racial divide and getting to the stage that we are now, and still have a long ways to go. This gentleman had a huge impact in what we are today and what we have become. And the famous speech, "I Have a Dream," we're not going to play it or anything. We're just going to kind of just give our thoughts on his impact, not just in the politics side of things, but just his impact in the society that we live in today. I don't know if are we frozen, chat? Did we freeze? It looked like we froze on TikTok. Oh no, we're good. All right, so we're good over there. We're good over here. All right, so we're going to honor Dr. Martin Luther King to start the segment off today, and then we're going to get into all the portal pieces are in, right? I think there are maybe 3 or 4, I think, more targets that Alabama might try to utilize or try to go and get in the portal. I think right now the focus is I think we solidified the offensive line, but I think there are some more pieces to be added over in that wide receiver room, and maybe just solidify maybe another veteran presence in the tight end room is possible for Alabama here in the next few days. I think the running back room, they're very excited about it. Very young, not much experience, but Daniel Hill is seeming to be the guy that's going to be leading that pack. In AK Deere, Kevin Riley, I believe Xavier Crowell is going to be a true freshman that gets some early opportunities to see if he can, pick up speed. And he's a day one ready back, and then you look on the defensive side. We're going to break it down, y'all. Don't get me talking. I got to get my roll call down because I got to appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all run those comments up and make sure you're running the likes up when you come in, please. And then what else? We want to talk men's hoops. Came out big yesterday with the upset win over Oklahoma on the road. Came from behind in the second half to win at a big matchup, SEC conference matchup that we needed to get under our belt. The ladies took a hard loss. I think the ladies played yesterday. Yeah, the ladies played yesterday, lost to Tennessee. Very tough loss, man. I only caught the tail end of it because I was just getting out of service, but we got to get healthy. The women's basketball, we got to get healthy. If we don't get healthy, man, it's going to be a long conference schedule for us. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and break that down. But without further ado, Jordan, man, hit them tunes, man. Let's get this roll call going. I'm going to do the comments, Jordan, and you just hit the sound effects. Man, y'all, it is so great to have Mary J and Jordan back there. We missing Amanda. I wish she was here to scroll the comments, but y'all give it up for my on-screen production team. I'm talking about quality production. All right, here we go. Look, my sister Urban Essence said, first off, roll tide. And good morning, everyone. Good to see you, Urban Essence. Zach says, roll tide, everyone. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, brother. My brother Dalton Smith taking in. He said, roll tide and happy MLK Junior Day. Let's go. Give it up for him, brother. My guy Conrad. He said, "What's up, Coach Smook Jr.? Is there any word on Nico Brown out of Yale?" You know, I was talking about the young man. I think you're talking about the receiver, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it because I've seen a lot of different things being said about a few wide receivers that Alabama is targeting. They want to create a little bit more depth, just a little bit more depth right there in the background. So I look at it and I say, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to talk about it. Y'all know I'm not a portal insider. I just talk about perspective things that I feel like this staff is trying to target just based off of the prospects that they're bringing in. But welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Big Dog Brooks. Good morning, Roll Tide family. Happy MLK Day. That wristband look good on y'all, man. When I see them good mornings and Roll Tide, what's up, Triple A's, and then I see them wristbands next to it. Man, that thing look good. Give it up for him, man. Roll Tide, my brother. The Kinesis says, good morning, Triple A family. Happy MLK Day. The Kinesis, what's good, my brother? Roll Tide, man. Give it up for him. That my boy. What up, Smook? What up, man? What up, man? Shout out to Antonio Snell on TikTok, too, man, for dropping the gifts. Appreciate you for tapping the screen. My YC over there, JRM, I see you, my boy, tapping that screen. Appreciate you. Johnny Boy, what's good, my brother? Good to see you. Roll Tide, man. Good to see you, man. My boy said Boomer Sooner. Hey, you know it's all love for them Boomer Sooners, man. We rock with Oklahoma fan base. Dalton Manning Jr. Dalton Manning Jr. in the chat. What's up, Roll Tide, Dalton? And who else is in here? Tate Dumas. What's good, Tate? Good to see you. I need to see you with one of them wristbands, man. I got one of the OG wristbands on today. I'm going to need you to get one of them wristbands, my guy. Appreciate you for pulling up. Michael, what's good? He says, Quavius, what up, bro? Portal ads were filling needs. Yeah, filling needs 100%, man. We're going to have our take on that. And then we're going to open the phone lines today. Y'all just got to remember we're going to open the phone lines as well. Thank y'all for tapping in. If you're tapping in live, remember, run up the like, share the stream right now. You know, we got how many in the chat right now on YouTube? Let me check YouTube because we're live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Kick, and TikTok. And we got a little crowd for Martin Luther King, day off on your Monday. Y'all wake everybody else up. Go and share the stream right now as we get ready to transition to the show. So once again, we're going to break it down. We're going to get into the topics about we're going to talk a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr., his impact on not just, the civil rights movement and how society is today, but how that's affected sports, and directly Alabama. We're going to talk about that. We've had the honor of being graced with the presence of some people that were directly impacted by the civil rights movement when they came and played at Alabama. Jeremiah Castile, shout out to him. That edit will be posted today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do a premiere, but they'll be the first topic, honor and MLK. Then we'll talk about the portal ads. We'll pull up the full roster and just talk about the guys and how they feel. Like the comment just said, they filled some much needed positions, not the marquee names you think you want to see, but I guarantee you got some quality guys. Then we'll talk some men's and women's hoops here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody type it in the chat, man. Say, put me in the game. Coach Smook, let's get into it. Jordan, take us out.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yes, sir. Give it up for yourself. Let me let my look like a little dude. That's why y'all be thinking I'm short, because I be my chair be sitting low sometimes. I be having to. Don't worry about it. It's whatever. But welcome in, y'all. Let's get into this conversation. Happy MLK Day, man. It's a day of celebration, a day to honor a great figure. Not just sometimes, and I'm not trying to discredit anything, y'all. I'm very proud of my culture. I'm very proud of my heritage. I'm very touchy when it comes to talking about the history of what I know my ancestors went through personally. I have family that still is on land that was, that they slaved on. We have generations still living on that land and carrying on the legacy. So it's crazy that we're experiencing MLK Day following the weekend of my aunt's funeral. Shout out to the Hines family, man. I want to give a shout out to my family. I found out that a lot of my cousins really do be tapping into my content. Give it up for them, man. I appreciate my family. That's huge for me. But if you tap in while I'm live today, or you see this post live, drop a comment and let me know that you tapped in. But to see the legacy of my family present, and we hadn't been together like that in about 12 years. To see that presence there, it was an awesome thing to see. And then to fast forward to today, we're honoring Martin Luther King Jr. My family, my mom's side of the family, especially my grandmother and her siblings, when Dr. King came through Montgomery, Alabama, my grandmother and the group that she used to sing with, the choir she used to sing with, they actually sung at the church downtown off of, I believe, Dexter Ave. And she was a part of history. She marched with Dr. King. So this is kind of intimate for my family. You know, when we talk about some of the big things that happened in downtown Montgomery and Birmingham, I had family members that were a part of those riots and those protests that were disturbed because of racial divide, you know, and we've come so far in society, but we have so much further to go. And when we talk about how Martin Luther King has impacted the game of football or just sports entertainment in general, you got to remember Alabama. Let's talk about Alabama. Alabama was the last SEC school or school in the South in the state of Alabama to integrate, meaning they were the last public university that was allowing African-American students to enroll, African-American citizens and students to enroll. And so when they did that, not only did it just impact the school, but Bear Bryant took a chance and he went out and he got Alabama's first ever African-American player. Now, if I'm misquoting this, y'all, make sure I get this right. Wilbur Jackson. And some argue that he was the greatest. Rodney Orr said it in more than what is, Jesus, I keep forgetting the name. A Born Winner. You gotta, they talk about the history and how Bear Bryant had been fighting for multiple years for Alabama to be able to recruit and sign black players. And when he came on the scene, it just changed the whole trajectory of what we have seen Alabama football to be. You know, there was an era of dominance before integration, but we saw that when Alabama lost to USC, I didn't see it. You know, I'm talking about the history, y'all. So it was crazy that, you know, those civil rights movements that Martin Luther King Jr. led, those marches, all of those peaceful protests, you know, people, and I talk about things in such a base or direct delivery because that's what life is. You know, life doesn't wait on you, you know, and I believe if Martin Luther King was worried about the approval of everyone around him, he wouldn't have impacted the social change and the racial divide that we've seen today at the level that it is. So in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., you guys, I want everybody in the chat to type Happy MLK Day and honor Dr. Martin Luther King. But we also have some birthdays in the community, I believe, today also. If I'm not mistaken, Mary J, make sure we check the calendar. I forgot that we did want to start implementing that. If you are a supporter, a member, if you ever comment, you ever donated, we want to start recognizing our community's birthdays. I mean, we are really trying to take our content delivery to the next level as we transition to our next segment. We're trying to take it to the next level. And I want y'all to understand that I truly appreciate the growth that we have had on this network. We really killing it right now. So, happy MLK Day. Thank you all thank you for doing what you did. Thank you and your legacy, as y'all continue to see his legacy continue to impact, you know, social movement, you know, being front runners in social activism and all of these different things is going to help better our society. I'm excited to see as we continue to grow as a network, the Coach Smook Network brand, and we continue to impact this this industry. I keep saying ministry because we are in ministry, but this industry from our platform. And I'm proud, man, that we are a multicultural brand. You know, there is no secret that this is a safe space when it comes to talking about, you know, the racial divides and the things that this is a part of our history as a people. You know, regardless of where our origin is, we are Americans at the end of the day. African Americans, you're white, whatever, you know, Hispanic American, whatever. we're still Americans, and this is a part of our history. And someone like that to be honored, to be recognized nationally, that is something that I will continue to cherish. And we also have Black History Month coming up. We have, I don't want to say American Heritage Month, right? Is it American Heritage Month? I don't want to say the incorrect things. We got a lot of things coming up, and we're going to make sure that we continue to do our part in honoring and acknowledging these months and just giving our due, our respect. So let's transition, y'all. Let's talk some football now. Jordan, can we get that Alabama tailgate going real quick? Because I am very, 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 very pleased with the portal additions. Like, this is exactly. See, I'm glad that this staff is not. We're gonna keep it at 9. I'm glad that this staff is not so hell bent on crowd pleasing. And what I mean by that is that I don't think they come together and say, hey, this week's fan approval rating is such and such. I'm kind of glad that they have that type of mentality. Shout out to Josh for pulling up. You could pull that comment back up. Let me see what he said. Good morning, all. Firstly, I want to thank you, Dr. King, for everything he stood and fought for. Happy Martin Luther King Day from Coleman, Alabama. Oh, Lord. You know what? That's big right there. I'm going to give you, yes, sir. If y'all know, you know. Continue to spread love. That's how we win for real, y'all. Continue to spread love. And love don't mean I got to be in your face. Love means I respect you and your way of thinking and who you are. But that doesn't mean that we can't exist amongst each other and respect each other. All right. So I appreciate that comment there, Josh. But let's talk about these portal additions, man. I think we did a very good job in the portal. I'm going to pull up these diagrams and shout out to, is it Crimson Coverage that's been kind of posting these on Twitter. Everybody has their lane and their time to do. And I appreciate it, man. It's quality reference material and it's accurate. So shout out to Crimson Coverage. So on the roster right now, man, you talk about the quarterback position was kind of set. They're comfortable with the competition level that's there. We had speculation that they will possibly go in the portal and go get another scholarship quarterback, but they are very confident in the redshirt junior and Austin Mack and redshirt freshman Keelan Russell. The two freshmen coming in. Jet Tamala seems to have a certain arm talent. I think a year or two, he's going to be able to push Keelan as a starter. And I do feel like, and I'm not starting no debates right now, but I do truly feel like that Keelan Russell is the front runner for the starting position. Everybody's confident in Austin Mack. They like what he did, at the end of last season when he had to come in for Ty against Indiana in the playoff game. He always showed promise every rep he took, every live rep he took. So I think we're in a good space in the quarterback room. Running back room. I don't know if y'all saw the new addition to the 26 class, Trayshawn Brown. If you look at Xavier Crowell, you look at what he brings to the table, you're talking about grooming the future 1-2 punch for the back room, the next stage of what you want in the running back room. I think you got the perfect offset for Xavier Crowell coming on roster. And these guys being ready. But AK Deer, I think, is going to be the front runner right there with Daniel Hill for RB1A, 1B. And I think we're pretty solid there. Getting MJ Chergwin back, I don't think this was like a sympathy scholarship type of situation. This young man was getting a lot of attention while he was in the portal. He wanted to stay at Bama. Bama, he came back and they gave him a full scholarship. He's a redshirt senior. You're talking about losing an asset like Cole Adams and Jalen Mbakwe, guys that are twitchy and get in and out of Bubba Hampton. Those guys that can really get twitchy. MJ Chergwin, he's a different type of route runner. He's a route technician and strong hands, very very reliable hands. I think his hunger and his motivation is going to naturally place him in a leadership role in his wide receiver room. And he may not be a big play wide receiver, but I do feel like he can go and get we can go and get some production out of this gentleman. He may not be a heavy rotation guy, but I feel like we can get some production out of him. I look at the wide receiver room. Everybody, I truly do feel like this staff does want to go ahead and add maybe two more guys out the portal, and just kind of solidify the depth there. Maurice Mathis coming in is going to be another body that vertical threats. If you look at the skill sets, the general skill set of this room right now, Noah Rogers, you look at his film from last season, vertical threat. Ryan Williams, we know what he does vertically, what he does in open space. Rico Scott is more of your possession, vertical, jump ball, possession, can be a vertical threat, right? Lacier Brooks, speedster, vertical threat. Derek Meadows, jump ball, big body. Shadarian Morgan, well-rounded. He can be a vertical threat too. A true 4-4 speed. You know, that game speed is different. And then you bring Mathis in, another speedster, man. That wide receiver room looks very talented. It's just all about how it's going to develop. Man, I'm excited about Derek Nix being there to develop the wide receivers. I like what Auburn's wide receivers were able to do from a route running and conceptual standpoint, understanding where they had to be. They just didn't have quarterback or offensive line to really deliver to them until towards later in the season when everything kind of got settled after firing Free. So saw some different type of production from their offense. The tight end room, that's one that I'm excited to see Danny Lewis come back, y'all. That's real huge. I had indication that he would possibly, hit the portal and be permanently gone. But to see him still stick around, I think there might be some value there with him and Jay Lindsey being the veteran presence in that room. It's going to be a younger room as far as reps and experience, on-field experience. So I'm kind of excited to see that competition play out. But I do think you have Caleb Edwards, who's the front runner as the starter right now. They went out and got redshirt sophomore Josh Ford. I think he came from Jacksonville State. I was actually playing with them on NCAA last week, and he's a skilled guy. I played him in the game. He's a skilled guy in the game. Watch this film. He's a well-rounded tight end, more of your new hybrid H-back type tight end. So getting that, maintaining that Josh Cuevas and who else? Robbie Oots type of presence in the tight end room. I think that's where you're going to get from Josh Ford. And, of course, Marshall Pritchett, man. He's also fitting that new hybrid tight end. Can be a vertical threat, a very huge red zone presence, strong hands. I can't wait to see these guys kind of just develop. And then Jack San Marco came over last season. We were very high on his development. I want to see what type of physical presence he's bringing to the table. Him and Jay Lindsey, I think, are going to be kind of the new age fullback for this offense. And I think they're going to be part of the keys in getting our pass pro move, because I think with these quarterbacks available, they're going to want to move the pocket and try to get some of these second and third level concepts into the flow. So it's going to be huge. The big part of the portal that I think was huge was getting all these offensive linemen the last few days. You talk about Del Gotti coming over, Ethan Fields, Tyrell Miller, who is getting Nikolai Brooks. All these guys, you're talking SEC experience mixed up in here, Big 12. You got a couple guys that's coming from the FCS level coming up with some quality film. This is a good group of offensive linemen when you look at the depth. We were worried about all the young talent not having enough behind them, depth-wise or veteran presence around them to push them, right? Because we want to see the development of Ty Haywood. We want to see the development of Jackson Lloyd. We want to see Michael Carroll continue to develop. But with those guys being able to have this veteran presence around them mixed up in, especially in the guard and the tackle position, having that veteran presence around them and mixing it up and pushing those guys with veteran guys who kind of have the mechanic experience and all of those things tied up in that development, it's going to be good for competition this spring. I'm excited to see the competition this spring. Right now on roster, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 offensive linemen. We're going to break down, where we project these guys to play it. Possibly, we if y'all want to do it tomorrow, we can do it tomorrow. But I need y'all to respond to the poll in the chat too. We got an active poll on the YouTube chat. Let me know what y'all think about these portal additions, the total package of portal additions that we have had thus far, into past the portal period. The window is closed, but you can still sign players out of the portal. Players are still available in the portal. So D-line, some big names that I think are going to show promise because of what they showed last year. with opportunities. For Tua Henry is going to take advantage of some opportunities. Edric Hill, I was surprised that Jordan Renard ended up in the portal because, or how late, because of how late. But seeing Edric Hill and Fatua Henry, these guys were very, they were spot players for that D-line rotation, and they were impactful early on. The interior rotation needed some depth, a little bit more flash. I think you went and got kind of some hybrid pieces when you went and got Tompkins from USC. Then you got Keldrick Bingley Jones. He can play interior or bandit. You pattern that bandit and that D tackle rotation with more athletic assets and sizable guys. Terrence Green, that was a big one that everybody was asking about last week. I told y'all I felt like he was a perfect fit for this D line. You look at the guys that's returning that started this show last year. London Simmons, huge getting him back. Jeremiah Beeman was injured, but we know what we were getting from him his freshman campaign towards the end of the season with his opportunities. I also look at Asaya Faga, man. Just with the amount of opportunities that he got last year, I feel like he played in more than 4 games because he was impactful down that stretch when we were needing to give Tim Keenan relief. A lot of those goal line, them red zone stances, he was in on those. Edric Hill. So these guys coming back is huge. Redshirt freshman Caleb Smith coming in, man, the transfer. I'm excited to see his development. I don't know if we're going to play him more so as a wolf or as a bandit, but I think he's going to have an opportunity to really float across that D-line. And I don't think they're in a rush to get him on the field. Then you look at the freshman class, man. We ain't even going to talk about that. I could talk about this freshman class all day. Jamarian Matthews, Kamarian Johnson, Nolan Wilson. Man, it's about to get crazy in that D-line room. Hopefully we could keep a lot of these guys after this season. Hopefully we can keep a lot of these guys. Let me see. Do I got my secondary? Yes, I got him. Caleb Woodson, the transfer coming in from, I can't remember where he came from, y'all. Y'all going to have to help me out. But that veteran presence in the linebacker room is going to be huge. Yanzi Pierre, secure him. Caden Jones, keeping him around. Didn't get to see a lot of him last year, but there's a lot of upside. When we were looking at him during his freshman year, there was a lot of upside before his injury when him and Justin O were kind of just flying around during spring ball and fall camp. So to retain him was huge. Very quiet in the locker room. Very quiet. Had a lot of interest from other schools. Guarantee it. QB Reese, Luke Metz, my boys, man. Abdul Sanders Jr., Justin Hill coming back. That Wolf room looking nice with Justin Hill. Caleb Woodson going to be part of that. Zay Hall, I think, is going to come in with Xavier Griffin. Both of those guys are going to impact the inside linebacker room, provide some quality young depth. Man, the linebacker core is going to be nasty, man. Then I look at Nick Sherman out there at corner. We're going to get another veteran presence to pad the depth. I think this staff was truly confident in what they brought back, particularly in the cornerback room. And then when we got Sab and Hubbard to, commit to another year, it made it easier on the staff when it came to the secondary. Very high on Jair Edwards coming in, right? Not a portal guy, but a true freshman coming in. I think is day one ready. Rael Kelly out of Cincinnati. Winston Woods, I think that's the name of the school, Winton Woods. That's where a lot of DBs are coming out of that program historically. I think he's going to push some guys in that safety room. Both of those guys have the frame. Just like Ivan Taylor showed up, I think Jair Edwards is truly ready day one. Bray Hubbard, coming back with his experience. I think Sab is going to be the guy that you're going to see get more spot play because of how he plays in that one high look. Is going to be those impact type of spot plays. Probably 50% of the snaps there, he'll be dividing them with one of these other safeties in that room because of the depth there and the quality of talent in that freshman class. And we've seen Kane Womack and this staff, especially in the secondary, throw the freshmen out there and give them big opportunities and big moments. So excited about going back to the cornerback room, excited about Chuck McDonald getting on the field as a sophomore, man. I'm telling y'all right now, the physicality in the cornerback room between Chuck McDonald, Red Morgan, You see Nick Sherman and Carmelo O'Neal's film, and they have him listed as a cornerback. I think O'Neal might be more of a safety aspect prospect when he comes on to Alabama. I think they're going to move him into that safety room with his skill set. But you look at the physicality that Jordan Edmonds plays with, the true freshman coming in. Both of these, all of these guys have that frame and that size, that big DB frame and size that Alabama has been kind of thriving with over the past 2 years under Kane Womack. And these guys really fit the mold, man. And the more that you get physical, sizable guys like that, I think that's when we're going to start to see more aggressive play calling and safety play and run support, which we'll see then the containment aspects of the 4-2-5 defense. Oh, my fault, the 3-2-5. If y'all missed that, y'all missed it. You know what I'm saying? The 3-2-5. Y'all just reference that if you shout out to Crimson Coverage once again for the updates with our roster. Kicker room, Lorson Quinn. I don't know if I said it right the first time. Lorson Quinn, new kicker coming in to challenge Connor Talty in that kick room. And hopefully Alex Asperhoff is healthy this year, because he had some crazy punts on his little highlight film coming in as a freshman last year. I'm excited to see what a healthy version of him looks like. Blake Dowd not on the roster anymore. And we gave Connor Talty a hard time last year, but nobody knows the battle, the injuries he battled to get healthy, to be available for the season. Truly was our best asset, but going to be a good competition there too in that kicker room. And then we got a new long snapper, redshirt senior Ethan Snaggle. He's been on the roster for a while now. I'm excited, man, about this roster. I'm ready for spring ball and all that good stuff. So we're going to have a quick calling segment. Going to open the phone lines here in about 2 minutes. But before we do that, we want to acknowledge our sponsor, Walk-Ons. They are the sponsors for the Coach Smook Network calling segment here on the Coach Smook Network. And our first segment, we're going to start featuring, the Monday morning segment for the rest of this month. We'll have one call per segment, and then we'll have an open calling segment afterward. That one call is going to be an 8-minute call to that caller, whoever makes it on the phone line. And I want you to kind of just talk about the topic at hand. Today's topic at hand for the calling segment is, give me your thoughts or rate Alabama's current roster, not just the portal additions, the current roster with portal additions and returning players. We just kind of broke it down about where we see confident at, some of the returning players, highlight them, the portal guys. We talked about all of them. Where's your confidence level with some of these guys? And I know a lot of y'all have not been able to see film, right? So we're going to pick a day this week, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a good day to do it. We'll look at highlights and react to them and do all of that on tomorrow's show, and then open the phone lines and really get your thoughts on it. But just based off of what we were able to do personnel-wise, the offensive lineman added, the defensive lineman added, what is it now? 3 receivers added to the room since the portal exits. The running backs coming in, all of the guys that are committed stayed through. Like everything that's piling up, the tight ends, everybody across the board, the defensive back, that the 2 corners that joined. What are your thoughts about it? So we'll get into that right after these messages here on the Coach Smook Network. Jordan, take us to the new Walk-Ons promo, brother.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame-level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Mary J, you are silly, girl. You are silly. I shouldn't even check the private chat. She acting up in the back, y'all. I'm gonna have to get Mary J, y'all. She acting up. She acting. I said, who? Okay. Hey, phone line is open. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll get you on the line and get your thoughts. Topic of conversation today, Alabama's roster. What do you think about it so far? You know, I know it's not a lot of flashy names on there. Not a lot of you know, open it up and look at ESPN top 300 or anything like that and get them. You know, let's see who this is. Let's see who it is.
That's Mike.
To accept.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook? Talk to me, man.
Man, you're making me hungry with that walk-ons commercial, buddy.
Hey, that food looks so good. I say it every time, man. Every time it goes on. What's up, though, man?
That place is incredible.
It is, man. It is.
Life is good, man. Life is good. I'm going to rate this. Now, a lot of this is going to be on potential because we got the freshman class coming in and the young guys from the year before. Potential-wise, I think we're an A to an A minus. But realistically, how is it all going to mesh together? You're going to, with all this talent coming in and these portal additions, we have filled some gaps. Now we're going to see what this coaching staff can do. You know, we got this kid from South Carolina. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. Desmond, whatever, 6'6", about 250 edge rusher.
Yeah.
He's going to get some playing time, and don't overlook this kid from Cal Poly. People are like, Cal Poly? Let me tell you something.
That's what I was highlighting in my first little take. I said if Portal Era was available back when Terrell Owens was at Tennessee Chattanooga, you know how many schools D1 programs would have been in the trying to get him out the portal. That's what we're looking at with this Poly Cal kid. I'm telling y'all, man, this is not I don't know if y'all remember the type of prospects that used to come out of East Mississippi Community College. Like that was like a thing for everybody to go and pick prospects out of that JUCO. That's the type of prospect we're getting out of this Poly Cal guy.
Yeah, and this Josh Ford we got from Oklahoma State, this coaching staff is addressing the run game. He doesn't have the flashy stats with all the catches. Yeah, he can catch. I've seen his video. But the guy is a semi-truck when it comes to the running game. He will move people out of the way. They are addressing the needs. They see the weaknesses, and that's what's got me excited. We just need it to come together.
You know what? I told people when we were looking at all of the prospects that all of the signees out of the portal, like I didn't expect any, big name. Excuse me. I didn't expect any big name prospects to come to Bama. I felt like they invested in who they feel like were key parts of what would need to be structured around. I think the play calling for getting playmakers involved offensively is going to really be direct next season. The momentum, the tempo, I think they're trying to get a veteran presence to kind of see these things transpire a little bit faster, to be taken and translated onto the field a little bit faster. And that's what you've seen with all of the rosters that are currently, experiencing success and, the deep runs in the playoffs, the late game wins against big opponents. Like, you're seeing this because of veteran presence, not necessarily the best guys, but guys that have been there a couple times or are very familiar with it. And now they're picking up something that kind of fits more so into their skill set and is giving them an opportunity to put it on the field.
Well, to your point, we go after Cam Coleman and we spend $3, $4, $5 million or whatever it is. We didn't do it. And I'm glad. You want to know why? How many players did we get out of the portal with that amount of money? A bunch. We are filling spots. And let me tell you something. Are they a bunch of 5 stars? No. And I'm glad. I'm kind of, it's so easy to get excited about that flashy 5-star, that brand new rag. Let me tell you something. Go watch Monday Night Football when these guys are announcing where they're from. Yeah, there's some Bamas, there's some Georgias, there's some Ohio States. But really listen, there's guys from these small Cal Poly colleges, and you're like, man, check it out. He's from that school. He's from that school. Who would have thought? These guys, we're going to get some toughness back, I think, man. When I'm looking at some of this film, these are the kind of guys that they get knocked down and they're getting right back up and they want some more.
Facts. And
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you,
I like it.
Right now, the statement that was made by Ha Clendix, Courtney Morgan, all of them kind of echoing the statement of we're going to get dogs. Look at Ethan Fields out of Ole Miss film. That dude is an interior freaking animal. I mean, violent hands coming out of his stance, firing off. If he stays healthy at Bama, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm more so excited about Kedrick Bingley coming back to Alabama, man. That young man at Mississippi State, he was impactful there, in that rotation. And we saw what their defensive front did as a collective, as a group. So adding his skill set to the D-line, seeing him at that D tackle position, like you're seeing athleticism replaced. We were excited about James Smith, and we were just waiting for him to turn it over. Have we had it yet? No. So why not go get another experienced guy that's not asking for that amount of money? Like, why not? Like you said, the money that was put out for these guys, the quality of the class that we're bringing in as freshmen, the freshman class that we're bringing in, the investments. You look at the hot names in this class, they're day one ready guys. Cedarius Morgan, Xavier Crowell, Jair Edwards,
absolutely.
Jordan Edmonds, Kamarion Johnson. You look at his film, Zay Griffin. Zay Hall is a 3-star. I guarantee you 10, 15 pounds on Zay Hall by August. We're going to be talking about a competition in that inside linebacker room. It's about 5 guys going to be fighting for a 3-man rotation in that inside linebacker room. And I guarantee you, Zay Griffin.
What we want.
Yeah, that's how you need it. You want to have that balance of competition, but you got so much experience around the roster, man. And I'm talking about like a good balance. You don't see like the 24, 27 age range, but you're talking about these red shirt sophomores, red shirt juniors who are basically juniors and seniors in college. And then you have the 4th and 5th year guys sitting out there. Like, you got a good balance in this locker room now. I think that's where you're going to see the difference.
Yeah, balance is a good adjective. So is a compliment. I think these guys complement one another very well. And you're seeing this coaching staff put their stamp on this class, especially this portal, where the way they've added them. Hey, people last week were calling in very critical. Hey, fire this guy, fire that guy, fire this guy.
Yeah.
I've been saying year 3 is the key. This is 3 recruiting classes, a couple of portals now coming in. I think we're going to see what they're trying to accomplish, and I think we're going to be more cohesive. That's another good word to put. And playing more like a team, more complete.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, man. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to everybody.
Yep.
Hope everybody has a safe day.
Yes, sir. You too, Mike. Appreciate you for calling in, brother, and roll tide, man.
Roll tide, my friend.
Y'all give it up for my guy, Mike, man. We got time for one more call. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. I know I said I was going to do one call, but we got time for one more call. Where we were at the 50-minute mark. We got time for a 5-minute phone call. So when you call in, you got 5 minutes. 334-625-1121. Give me your thoughts. Alabama's current roster, man. Portal ads, incoming freshmen, returning players. Let's talk about it.
Call from Zach Willie to accept.
Yo, Zach. What's up, man? You in the game, brother. Talk to me.
What's good, Coach Smook and my AAA family? How are y'all doing today?
Man, we good, brother. We good, brother. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to you and everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say I'm very excited for the guys that we got in this portal class. I'm especially excited for the edge guy from South Carolina because he gave us a little bit of a fit last year, and that was one of the games where our offensive line might not have had their best game, but we still was able to pull out the win in that game. So I'll give him credit. He did get some pressure on Ty and everything in that game. So shout out to him. I'm excited for him. I'm especially excited for the guy from Cal Poly or Poly Cal, however you pronounce the college. That a few weeks ago, I mentioned we was going after some other guys that necessarily we had offered but hadn't committed yet, and that was one of the guys that I was talking about, and that I was hearing about from, our other Bama journalists and stuff that I was hearing rumors about, but wasn't sure about yet, so didn't want to say anything until it was confirmed.
I was even looking at all the other prospects out of that school, Zach. They sent some guys to some quality places, man. You talking about San Jose State? They got a guy to Boise. They sending guys from their program. So this is kind of like a talent pool, and that just shows you the extensive reach of this staff. You don't see a lot of SEC schools going over there. But you're not getting a small, undersized guy, 6'3", 300-pounder, true 300-pounder. You're going to get him at Alabama. If he needs to pay at 325, 315, I'm sorry, as a guard, 320, he's able to he can put that on. So I think we got a quality prospect. I think a guy that nobody's really talking about, for real, Zach. I think nobody's really talking about him. And I was talking about the inside linebacker room and the rotation there. But Caleb Woodson coming from Virginia Tech. That's an athletic guy. He brings back that I think a more developed frame, a more complete version of Justin Jefferson and what we were getting from him last year with his ability to coverage, second, third level, his lateral speed, his tracking, ball tracking, and open field tackling. I think he's probably maybe a more efficient tackler than what we got from the inside linebacker room last year.
Right. And I agree. And I haven't watched all of his film, but I did see some stuff, and I'm high on him. So overall, I think for if I was to rank this roster on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give us a solid 8 right now, and until I can see the cohesiveness and the production for this next year before I could give a 9 or even a 10, possibly, and an 8 is a solid score for what we got, And I was reading a report this morning, and we lost 40 guys this year from the portal, including the portal and the draft. And we was able to get 41 players through the portal and our
signing class
this year. So basically, everything we lost, we was able to replace this year in the portal and recruiting. So that's a good thing. That's a solid thing that this staff is doing. They're able to go out and get guys and have and give this team the best chance to have the best season possible. Because we have lost a lot of players in the portal this year, but it was guys that weren't irreplaceable.
100%. Well, Zach, we appreciate you for calling in, man, and roll tide, my brother.
Roll tide, man.
Y'all give it up for Zach, man. Appreciate you. All right, y'all, we're going to transition to our basketball talk. Before we get into that, man, we got to give one more shout out, man, that we don't have a promo for this yet, but I want to share something with y'all. We got a few announcements to make. I didn't even let my producers know, so I'm going to need a banner real quick. We are now affiliates of Temu. We've utilized a few products here on the Coach Smook Network. we have a few things coming being sent to us because of our following, because of you, AAA family. We have an opportunity to become affiliates. And we have a new promo code, man. If y'all go and purchase these items that we ourselves use, myself, I just got these headphones, this comforter set, this glossy little bracelet. It's a little bracelet that I want to kind of start sharing some of these products I'm collabing with and partnering with some distributors, people that do different things, business networking, and we're getting partners. So shout out to Timu. We've become a part of the affiliate program. We have a link in all of our descriptions now, and I'm gonna share this. These are some of the products that we will be advertising for, and basically, when you use our code, man, you're helping the channel grow. You're helping the channel grow, but you're also helping these business owners who are providing these products. You could check out the 4 products that we'll be promoted for all my gamers that like to travel, man, or, you know, it says a PS5 console bag, but it also fits a MacBook in there. I know for me, being a traveling content creator this season, this off season, is going to be very important for me to have a protective bag. So very high ratings on that, 5.5 star ratings, I believe, 5-star ratings on all of those. All of these products I've used in the past, which is why they provided me the opportunity to represent them through our platform. So shout out to Timu for that. Y'all give it up for your boy Coach Smook on that. And then next up, man, y'all see the little banner at the bottom. Epic water filters, man. I don't know what I said on my show, but they have a rep that reached out to me, and I believe it was because I was drinking Smart Water or one of my other waters on the live stream, and you know, they were talking about, you know, their water filter products, and they're looking for content creators. And y'all know I always preach about staying healthy and, you know, drinking enough water and all of that. So Epic Water Filters is going to allow us to utilize one of their products, and we just come into partnership. Now, what's crazy is I have been privy to having used this product when I was staying in Atlanta for a few months. And you're talking about being able to save on money, quality filters that last. I ain't talking about no 10-day filters. We're talking about 30 plus days of quality filtered water. If you want to support us in that, we have a link in our description on every live now going forward. We'll have a link in our description showcasing our partnership with them. But go and utilize these these products, man. The filtered water is probably going to be my favorite one. I already told the guy, I said, we need to work something out to where every time somebody click this link, you know, I get a discount, because clean water. If you live down here where I live at, and the primary source of flow is kind of like it's runoffs of the Chattahoochee River, then you shouldn't be drinking any of that water coming out of that drain unless you got a filtration system built into your home or whatever. But this is definitely a great investment. They also have different products that you could utilize, but for the filters themselves, the actual product, the pitcher, we provide a 15% discount if you use the code Smook15, on the discount, in the discount when you apply the discount code at the end. So utilize that. Shout out to Epic Water Filters for partnering with the Coach Smook Network. And then also, man, Goomba Bullies. If y'all are looking for a companion, and I'm talking about a good pup, and you are into the bully breed, or the I don't call them pit bulls because they're not pit bulls, but the bully breed, they breed multiple different bloodlines. I have an XL bully, man, and man, probably the best thing that's happened to me in this season of my life. Well, one of the best things that's happened to me in this season of my life. I'm grateful to have Boss. But if y'all want to go check them out, check out their YouTube page. And then also, man, I wasn't able to get the video, and my brother probably gonna beat me up. But shout out to our partners, man, over at Yon Urban Streetwear and Apparel. They're going to be dropping a new lineup. I was supposed to have it ready for the show. I'll make sure I run it the rest of the week. But a new lineup is dropping. If y'all are into like urban casual wear, you know, different style, he does a lot of camo prints. I'm a camo print type of guy. He's actually going to collaborate and help us work some designs. And be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for Yon Apparel. Make sure y'all go check them out on YouTube. We'll get all of the promos and everything set up for that as we continue to grow, man. I appreciate y'all's support. But if you're not a member of the AAA family, man, this is how you become a member of the AAA family. Definitely think about becoming a member. We're going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, we're going to break down Alabama men's and women's basketball, the last two matchups. We're going to give our thoughts on it. And then we're going to open the phone line for one last call-in segment where we're going to give you 2 minutes on your thoughts with everything. Any hot topics in college sports or sports in general, you get to just come in and talk about it, on the 2 minute Talk Your Talk call-in segment here on the Coach Smook Network. We'll be right back after this message here on the Coach Smook Network. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notifications button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Hey, y'all, let's get back into the conversation. I know it says live calling, but the phone line is not open right now. It will be open. Y'all will see the prompt. As a matter of fact, we good. Let's we good. Let's get into this conversation. Bama men's basketball coming up big against Oklahoma, man. And remember, we're live here on Chatting with Coach Smook. If you're watching live or post live, make sure you continue to run the likes up. If you're watching on another platform, man, share it up, retweet it. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, drop a reaction, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate your support here on the Coach Smook Network. All right, y'all, let's talk about it, man. Talk about this Alabama versus Oklahoma game. You're talking about one that had your boy on the edge of his seat. Yes, it did. Saturday, man, we got to watch a crazy good game as Alabama went down into Norman. What's the name of their gym? Let me see. What's the name of their gym? Lloyd Noble Center. And we went down there Saturday afternoon and played a crazy good game. Oklahoma is a tough team, man. What I don't want Bama fans to look at is the overall record. Pay attention to that conference record and go look at those conference games. The SEC, the quality of basketball in the SEC, especially on the men's side, has been taken up a notch, and I think we're even on the level as competing with some of the top heavy ACC schools, right? The ACC gets a lot of love for being a strong basketball conference, but even past the ACC, you see some of your traditional blue collar blue buds, man. They do a crazy work. So Alabama coming up big to get a defensive stop to win the game against Oklahoma the other night. What was crazy is I can't remember the guard's name from Oklahoma. He had a clean shot. He had a good shot. from three to go for the win. They went for the win, down 81-83 with 2 seconds on the clock. Ball bounces off the rim. Oklahoma player tries to tip it. Alabama player tips just enough to disrupt it. Buzzer goes off. Game over. LeBaron Filon with 23 points, man, came up big. You see his closing ability is what really keeps this team together. One, from an organization standpoint, but just his assertiveness, and the ability to create his own shot and be aggressive at attacking the rim. He's probably the only consistent interior or rim attacking presence that we have. Tyler Bobo didn't have a good game offensively, and I think he's still, trying to recover from injury. But was very helpful on the rebounding aspect of things, being disruptive on the boards, and then got in foul trouble early. So got to get him moving his feet better, and then also just being aware of where the offensive player that he's playing against, right? Being aware of the skill set that he's guarded. Stop being so antsy to jump for everything. Got in some foul trouble. Limited his effectiveness. I think in a game like this is when I would like to see them in those half-court sets really work him against those personnel at Oklahoma, really work him in the high screen and roll. We saw Aiden Sherrill have some success in the screen and roll action, but also from the mid-range, Aiden Sherrill really coming into his own offensively. Amari Allen coming up big with some much-needed offensive support, played a lot of minutes, played the most minutes of all players the other day. So seeing a lot of production from the team outside of LeBaron Filon and Aiden Holloway from the offensive side. Hey, when Aiden Holloway struggles, you got guys like Allen that can stand up. You got Houston Mallett coming off the bench playing quality minutes for Bama men's basketball. This is a solid team when you look at Nate Oates' philosophy of how many players he want to play. But once again, Oklahoma, when they were able to slow the game down, that's when Alabama struggled early in the first half. When we were forced to slow the game down, we were struggling. Went into the half down by 11, I believe. Right? 44-33, so 11. And when we picked up the pace and the tempo in the second half and forced the transition style game, that's when we played to our advantage. So you got to pick one or the other. If the team is forcing you to slow down, they're trying to limit your possessions. You got to be able to rebound, get in your sets. If you can't get it off tempo, you got to be able to roll into your half-court sets. We got to see that. Still not seeing it. I know we got the win, but we still not seeing it. And defensively, the energy has to be dialed up the whole game. You can't pick spots, right? The energy has to be steady. I mean, you could pick spots to dial it up, but it has to be steady. You can't drop off. Our defensive presence and the way that we chase people off the line is not consistent. We don't rotate well. A good shooting team will put us in trouble. A good shooting team will put us in trouble. And y'all know I'm very critical on basketball because it's a different style of game. A lot of things can be mitigated if you got players committed to the philosophy, a quality philosophy. What do we got? AAA fam, keep me and my family in prayers. My mom has stage 3 and is progressive, only giving her, oh Lord. Well, we want to start right now. And Jordan, you can stop the music. You know how we do. And this ain't no put on, it's a come on. We have a family member, AAA family member, asking for prayer. So we want to take a moment right now. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now asking that you just place your hand over the Hood family, God. We just ask that you comfort them in this time of knowing, Lord God, of things coming to light, dealing with the sickness, Lord God, that is cancer. We ask that, Lord God, if it's in your will, God, that you heal Kareem's aunt, his mother, Kareem's mother, Lord God, if it's in your will. We just ask for your will to be done more than anything, God. And then whatever you have for this family in this, God, that they see you in this, Lord God, and that there's, Lord God, there's inspiration, there's life to become from this, Lord God. And we ask for your comfort for this family. We give your name the glory, the honor, and the praise, Lord God, for each test and trial that you put us through. We thank you for seeing us to be fit, Lord God, to go through these things, Lord God. You seeing us fit to endure these things. And we thank you for his boldness to ask for the prayers of his family, of his community, of his people that actually care about him. So, Lord God, we thank you for this moment. And Lord God, we ask that you just comfort his family and you be a blessing to them. In Jesus' name we pray. AAA family, we say amen and amen. And Kareem, we say whatever God's will is, we touch and agree with you. We ask that you support, whatever you need for us as far as support. Don't hesitate to reach out. AAA family, thank you all for giving us that moment to pray. Kareem, thank you for feeling confident enough to share that with us, brother. For real, man. We appreciate you. It takes a lot to do that. And some people do it out of, just whatever. Like it's just a commonality or whatever, but I'm serious about my people and my people that really truly support. Kareem's been there for me since this transition. And I mean, 2-3 o'clock in the morning having conversations, I'm just brainstorming and saying things and, or I'm dealing with, people that cross me the wrong way and he talking me off a ledge and, or giving me the real of how to deal with it, and all the connections and everything, brother. I appreciate you. So anything you need from the AAA family, by all means, man, reach out. And y'all, AAA family, don't be scared to do the same. We are very much in tune with our faith and our belief. And we love on each other. That's how we love on each other. We pray for each other. If you don't do nothing else for somebody, if you can't do nothing else for them, a pure and fervent prayer will go a long way. So I appreciate you for sharing that with us. Now, let's kind of reel it back in and appreciate everybody in the AAA family that supported that on all platforms. TikTok, let me check in with y'all before we transition to this women's basketball segment. My guy Antonio said, prayers up. He said, you're right. We got Quavis from Cal Poly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you right. Who else we got over here? Joski said, glad they addressed the weakness for sure. Facts. Especially on the offensive line. I think creating a lot more experienced depth, excuse me, is going to put us in a good position, y'all, coming into the season as far as creating that competitive edge in practice. We got to see that. And I got a huge announcement I'm going to be making at the end of the month once we sign all the deals and stuff. But we're expanding, y'all. We're expanding. So I know we started here, but this ain't where we're going to finish. But we got a lot of announcements we're going to make at the end of the month. So appreciate y'all for y'all support. Let's talk about Bama women's basketball, man. Bama women's basketball. Continue to tap the screen on TikTok. YouTube, continue to run up the likes. Facebook, if you tap in. Give your boy a reaction, man. I appreciate y'all for y'all support. Bama women's basketball, man. Tough loss. I knew it was going to be a matchup, being that we're down some key players. And you don't want to be down key players against a team like Tennessee. But we saw some promise. We saw some promise in a lot of moments in this game against Tennessee. And the score, it's an 11-point loss, but Tennessee really handled business on the boards the other night. Alabama was able to come out of the first quarter with a 3-point lead early on. Like I said, I was following it on my phone, and I got to come home and see some of the highlights. Alabama coming out of the first quarter with a 3-point lead. It wasn't a clean first quarter. Honestly, I think the second half, going into the second half, I believe, is when I saw the turnover number start to pick up. But we have to be able to take care of the ball. I know we're playing a lot of young players, but we have to be able to take care of the ball. What kept this game closer is that uncharacteristically, right, Tennessee was struggling taking care of the ball also. A lot of their guards, bad passes. Alabama's wing players, some of the guards were jumping the lanes very well. So Alabama's defensive presence and their defensive mind, you can see that is being accepted amongst the roster defensively. But offensively, we got to gain some confidence and be able to hit these shots around the rim. We went 21 of 59 from inside the three, 8 of 28 from three-point line. You got to be able to hit those shots inside in the paint. A lot of shots being missed at the rim, not being contested. Like, you got to just have the focus to finish. This team is way too good, too talented to miss some of the easy shots that we're missing. Now, I know a huge part of this is that a lot of these players attacking the rim probably aren't used to attacking the rim at this rate. We're without Essence Cody again. The Silva, we're without two of our primary bigs right now that really handle the paint and have offensive skill sets that we kind of lean on when we want to get into a lot of our half-court sets. Lancia Ramsey coming again, bringing the energy. But but she's not the offensive presence you want. Defensively, she's going to do her part. You know, she moves her feet well. She's not going to get in foul trouble. So that's what I was saying about seeing some promise. You know, Ace Austin is building her confidence up, got more shots up, more confident shots. Wasn't able to knock them down, but was getting some confident shots up. Definitely want to see her dial it up or defensively, get a lot more aggressive. Get a lot more aggressive and trust her feet. The speed of the college game, I think, is she's adjusted to it. It's good to see that from her. But Jessica Tim is doing her thing, leading scorers after a tough scoring night the other night against Auburn. Not the other night, but what was that? Saturday night against Auburn. Seeing Tamia Scott come out, getting more shots up. Just got to see these guys knock these shots down. Got to see these young ladies knock these shots down. Diana Collins coming out, having an efficient game as always. She's very consistent. I think it's just a matter of time with as she continues to get these high minutes with the injuries. It's a matter of time before, you know, she goes back to a role that she used to, and she's more confident in that role and becomes more of a green light offensively for that second group. You get what I'm saying? So I like what Coach Curry was able to do as far as finding the balance in this game, but Tennessee is definitely a more experienced team. They have a few more skill sets, a few more offensive weapons that they can kind of balance their scoring. Their bench didn't play as well, but they played deep into their bench this game, right? Bunch of spot minutes from some good energy players. I think their leading scorer, Talasia Cooper. She was really more of a presence on the interior. You know, they didn't have the best shooting, but their rebounding and the way that they were able to get second chance points is, I believe, is what really separated the game. So, looking forward on Bama women's basketball schedule, looks like they have the next home game. I'm trying to be at that one, versus Mississippi State is on the 25th. Is on the 25th, right before we have to go to the Senior Bowl at the end of this month on the 28th. So we'll be trying to make a trip up to that Mississippi State game to support our ladies and really just get an on-site, on-scene viewpoint, vantage point for y'all and not even do no post-game reactions and stuff. We'll just post our vlog from the game and give our reactions to that. But I think this Bama women's team is going to be good once we get healthy. Once we get healthy, we're going to be in a good spot and be able to do some things to close out the season. All right, y'all. One more time before we get out of here, man, I just want to thank y'all for being here. Any hot takes, any things y'all want to talk about, start joining the Discord, posting links. We're getting into our conversational season where we're kind of just creating topics, and I really want to engage with the community this off season as we're doing other content. Our 7-on-7 content is about to take off. We're going to be traveling to Texas a lot. Northeast Georgia, will be in Mississippi, Florida. We're trying to make our way out to Arizona. We have a few features with Bigger Than Ball. You all saw our interaction with Coach Jeremiah Castile. It's going to be a huge opportunity there. Caleb Castile, making our connects with him. The Senior Bowl at the end of this month, we are lining up interviews. You all talked about Josh Cuevas. I plan on having him link up with us that week. A lot of things happening for the Coach Smook Network. If you want to continue to support and help us, man, by all means, help us and support us by joining the AAA family, y'all. By joining the AAA family, that's the easiest way to support us and help us continue to grow. So thank y'all for enjoying the show today. We're going to play this little outro, and then I'm going to come back and close out, and then we'll end the show. Appreciate y'all for being here today. And tap in, man. Don't forget, everything about this content is authentic. Everything about this community is authentic. It's built on authenticity. Y'all, hopefully y'all enjoyed the show today, and check this out. All right, family, that's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality, and I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, And every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA Phantom. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to the space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch you on the next one. Yes, sir. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I took a little time. I see some stuff I got to fix on it now. Final thoughts, chat. I just want to thank you all for just being here supporting. I know this off season, the viewership and things fluctuate, but I promise you consistency is the key. And we're going to continue to add people to this community. Do not be scared to be proud of something that's growing. I'm telling you right now, I've told y'all from day one since I've been forced into doing this independently, it was never my goal to be famous. My goal was to show that there is a different passion and drive. When you believe in yourself, when you put your all into you and you invest in yourself and you trust the process, regardless of what the masses say, regardless of what people believe about you, when you hear from God and he tells you to go for something, he's going to put you in the position to take advantage of every opportunity that he places in front of you. And when I say take advantage, not just get pieces of it, but when you really do right by people, when your work really speaks for itself, when you have a honest and pure heart towards every motive that you put out, God will bless it. And he's blessed the Coach Smook Network and the AAA family. And so I thank him for that. And then with all of our involvements, all of our interactions, every content creator that we're collabing with upcoming, man, just wait, guys. Y'all going to see some faces at some age. Y'all going to be like, wow, things are changing. And they're changing for the better. People grow up, man. People grow up and people mature. And I'm glad to be a part of a new circle of in this industry of business owners and team owners and youth development people and people that are ministers of the gospel and people that are, coming out of similar situations like mine. Like this network is really reaching and impacting lives. So if you want to be a part of the Coach Smook Network in the greater faster, you feel like you have a resource or a talent or something that can help us continue to grow, and you want to latch on to a vision that's really pushing towards something, tap in with the Coach Smook Network. You can contact us. And just like the video said, all that stuff was said already. I appreciate y'all for your support and tapping in with us today. And remember, y'all, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Roll Tide, roll. Jordan, take us out, brother.
That shit bones. Crimson in my veins, talking Bama in the microphone. Look me up on YouTube. True cut, straight from the stone. Ain't no selling their retails, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see your film. Study so militant, I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach in the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, I'm walking out of Walmart. Hey, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast,
What's up, bro?
reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.